The Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi arrived in Vanuatu on Wednesday as he continued his regional island hopping tour for 2 days after failing to ink an ambitious deal with 10 South Pacific nations.
Wang met a number of Vanuatuan officials, including Prime Minister Bob Laufman in Port Vila. Wang did not manage to get any consensus on the multilateral security and economic plan at a meeting in Fiji after several nations voiced their concerns. But he has been notching up smaller wins by signing bilateral agreements with many of the countries he's been visiting. China and the Pacific countries have not made the details of those deals public so far. Wang arrived in Vanuatu from Tonga, where he signed a number of deals with Prime Minister Xiaosi Sovaleni on everything from disaster management to a royal tomb improvement project. Earlier in Washington, D.C., New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern visited U.S. President Joe Biden in the Oval Office to talk about various issues, including security and economic framework in the Indo-Pacific region.
The talks between Biden and Ardern were to center on trade, counterterrorism, and security in the Indo-Pacific. President Joe Biden underlined that the United States and New Zealand have worked together, and both countries do have more work to do on those Pacific islands. Prime Minister Ardern welcomed the President on Indo-Pacific Economic Framework after days of leaders' talk in Japan. Ardern assured that New Zealand will put forward the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework as an opportunity.
Texas, and people sat in the room, about 200.
We had a good conversation about the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework. Look, you would have heard in my opening remarks that the CPTPP continues to be a significant focus for New Zealand. You will continue to see us advocate at every stage, and you will have seen me do that through this trip, through my engagement with representatives here in Capitol Hill, continuing to advocate for ultimately the CPTPP as being a way to add greater economic resilience in our region. The United States has heard our call for that. They've put forward the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework as an opportunity, and we will use that opportunity, but we are looking for it to be meaningful.